What is the poliovirus?
There's been hardly any polio in the UK since the 1960s. Before then, there were around 5,000 to 10,000 cases every single year. And the reason for that big drop, the reason for the success, is because of vaccination. Virtually globally, polio has been eradicated. The UK was declared polio-free in the year 2003. But now, nearly 20 years later, we're worried. We're worried because poliovirus has been found in sewage water in North London and in East London, and not just on one or two occasions, repeatedly and in significant amounts over the last few months. Poliovirus is spread through the fecal-oral route. What that means is that someone who is carrying the poliovirus in their intestines has the ability to spread it into their environment if hygiene levels are not absolutely meticulous. In addition, and this is much less common, it can spread through coughing from those who are unwell with polio. That's how it can spread, and that's why it's found in sewage water. And in fact, globally, testing sewage water for any traces of poliovirus is a really important way to get that early warning that polio could be returning to a particular place. Most people who become infected with polio will not become unwell. About a quarter of those who are infected will develop an illness, often a flu-like illness, maybe with fevers, upset tummy, coughing, headaches, aches and pains. But unlike flu and unlike most viruses that infect the intestines, this has the ability to invade the body, to get into the bloodstream, and through the bloodstream it can get to nerves and to the brain and cause damage, permanent damage, particularly to the nerves that supply the muscles of the body. You may be familiar with individuals who you recognise as having had polio because they've got damaged legs. Perhaps they've got paralysis and they're wheelchair bound. You may also be familiar with those who've been affected historically where the muscles of breathing have been so damaged permanently that they require an iron lung to help them breathe. The paralysis in polio is irreversible. About 1 in 200 people who get polio will develop paralysis, and about 10% of those will die. There are no antivirals or other medications that can treat polio, and that's why vaccination is so important as the only way to prevent the damage it can cause.
For more information, please visit www.selondonics.org/children's health.